Let's begin today's Tuesday show.
After the resignation of Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price over his choice of travel arrangements, the White House is rethinking its guidelines for high-ranking officials.
Shame on you.
It's wake-up time.
I'm here when you get here in the morning. Sure enough, I'll be there tucking into bed at night.
I hate this show. They have no chemistry at all.
I feel like we could do a podcast and it would be a million times better than whatever that drivel was we were listening to.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Tom Petty, lead singer of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, has died. Petty was found unconscious in his Los Angeles home. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed he was 66. Petty was rushed to the UCLA Medical Center in Santa Monica while in full cardiac arrest Sunday night and reportedly taken off life support when he was found to have no brain activity. Petty's music career kicked off in 1976 with his band's self-titled first album, which included the top 40 hit Breakdown. Over the following decades, the band turned out over a dozen studio albums and a steady string of hits that included Don't Do Me Like That, Refugee, Free Falling, and American Girl, amongst others. Petty kept busy by also recording with the rock group Mudcrutch and the Traveling Wilburys, a folk rock supergroup featuring Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Roy Orbison, and others. Rest in peace, Tom Petty. Game of Thrones may be approaching its final season, but multiple spin-offs are currently in development, and one may air as early as 2019. That according to George R.R. Martin. Martin shared the news on his Facebook page. The Men in Black are back officially. A spin-off of the franchise will be in theaters in 2019. Spin-off is the key word because Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones aren't expected to be back. Who makes those horrible mini documentaries on YouTube? Most of them have the wrong musicians pictured, inaccurate facts, yet thousands of people still click on them. We decided to produce our own. Enjoy the entire story of Van Halen in less than a minute.
The band Van Halen was named after what the band drove to gigs, and one of the members of the band, Alan. Van Halen became popular because the lead guitarist Eddie was the young werewolf boy on The Munsters. Fans of the show packed LA nightclubs to see them perform songs like Hunting with the Devil, You Really Got Needs, and Pajama. The band broke up when the lead singer, Diamond David Lee Rothstein, quit the band to get hair plugs and begin an acting career. And that's the story of Van Halen. Click subscribe for more great online documentaries. Next time, it's country band Garth Brooks and Dunn.
There's been a credit card breach at Whole Foods. The good news is that the hack was totally organic. New survey says that 31% of Americans don't think they're attractive. I bet they'd change their answer if they took a stroll through their local Walmart. A California assemblyman wants the sale of gas-powered automobiles banned in his state by 2040. Now there's a guy who thinks positively. Who else would imagine that California will still be there in 2040? San Diego has started building a border wall. No, not to keep out immigrants, but to keep the Los Angeles Chargers from coming back. An Iowa mom has been charged after she went to Europe, leaving her 4 kids aged 12 and under on their own. They had the Disney Channel, so they probably didn't even notice she was gone. Archaeologists are excavating a colonial-era outhouse in Boston, hoping that it was used by Paul Revere. I'm sorry, do we really need historic markers that read, Paul Revere shit here? O.J. Simpson was released from a Nevada prison, so your days are numbered, real murderer. Florida's Attorney General doesn't want O.J. Simpson to live there because of his record, which tells me Florida's Attorney General knows nothing about Florida's people. Time for Nobody Gives a The Flatliners remake is a critical and box office disaster. Interesting. As crazy as it sounds, it's almost like people prefer original ideas rather than unwatchable remakes. Hey, Flatliners, nobody gives a f***. Kirsten Davis posted on Instagram Friday of her sadness and disappointment that there won't be a third Sex and the City movie, which tells me that Kirsten must not have watched the first 2 Sex and the City movies. Hey, Kirsten, nobody gives a f***. And Russell Westbrook signed a 5-year extension for $205 million with the Oklahoma City Thunder, which finally answers the question, how much do you have to pay someone to live in Oklahoma? Hey, Oklahoma, nobody gives a f***. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo and his celebrity panel of guests, including the legendary Phil Esposito, Tuesdays and Thursdays. NSS Live.